Hey guys, welcome to Jay's Nest. Today I'm going to talk about newborn cloth diapering in the hospital. Now if you've been around for a while, you know that I already did make this video probably over a year ago, but looking back, I felt like the video was so spacey and I feel like it should be more informative. Maybe it was spacey because I had a newborn and the lack of sleep, I'm not really sure. But today I'm going to refilm this video and make it a little more informative for parents looking to truly cloth diaper their newborn in the hospital. So let's get to it. All right, the first question I'm going to answer is, how many? How many cloth diapers do you need to bring to the hospital? I will say this, newborns, they don't really go through that many diapers in the first few days. They're not, if you're breastfeeding, your milk isn't in yet, so they're not really peeing and pooping. You do have that meconium poop, maybe like 2 or 3 wet diapers a day. Even if you're formula feeding, it takes a few days for your baby to actually go to the bathroom. While we were in the hospital, we went through maybe 5 to 6 diapers a day. We really didn't go through that many. My suggestion would bring maybe 25 diapers for a 2 to 3 day stay. I think that is a very generous number. You could even bring up to 30. I brought over 40, I think, and it was it was way more than what we actually needed for the stay. We ended up staying about 2 days with my youngest. So I think 25 is a very generous number even for a 3-day stay, just because baby isn't peeing or pooping that much. Next is, what kind do you bring? I think this is very personal to whatever style you're drawn to. If you're hooting and hollering in the back, that's just the kids. It just depends on you, whatever style you want to use. I will say, if you're really into pre-folding covers, if you're really wanting to do that kind of route, that style, practice. Seriously, practice. What I did was I took some baby dolls and I took some teddy bears of different sizes because, you can guess what a baby's size will be through ultrasound, but that's not always accurate. My toddler, Hazel, the day before I had her, was projected to be 9.1 pounds and she was 7'10". So ultrasounds aren't always correct when it comes to predicting the weight. So, maybe try out on different size dolls or teddy bears if you have them already in your home. But I think that is one of the best ways to really practice how to get a pre-fold down. Even with all-in-ones, if you guys are new parents or even if you have never tried a cloth diaper before, I think it is great to practice. It's good to practice the fit because when you have a new baby, their legs are really tiny and sometimes they're disproportionate to their body, and it makes diaper changes a little weird and it makes trying to get the fit a little weird. So I do think practicing whatever style or type you're going to use is really beneficial. And I think the style just is really up to you. Personally, if I were to do it again, which I will, hint hint, I think I would mainly do all-in-ones. Really easy for my husband to use, really easy for me to use. You're probably tired, you've been in labor for a long time, maybe you've had a C-section and you're really sore. All-in-ones are just super easy to plop on. They're very friendly for the nurses as well, and we'll talk about the nurses a little later on. But, if the nurses are on board and they're excited to change newborn cloth diapers, I think all-in-ones are really the way to go. When I was in the hospital, the nurses really loved the all-in-ones that we used. They didn't have any issues with that. So that's just my personal preference. I say use what you have in your stash, get familiar with it, and go from there. What do I suggest? What do I suggest? This is subjective. This is subjective to my experience. I have cloth diapered 2 newborns and I will be cloth diapering 3 newborns soon. Not all at once, obviously, but I think you know, my opinion is subjective. Like I said, I really liked the all-in-ones overall. I really liked the Thirsties Newborn all-in-one. I really like the fit of it. I like the absorbency of it. I like that it had a snap down. It fit really great around the legs. So that personally is my diaper of choice. I did like, you know, the THX and the Happy Flute while in the hospital, but I'm telling you, that is just not that absorbent. It's definitely not as absorbent as the Little Joey. They look almost exactly like Little Joey, but they're not as absorbent as Little Joey. I did like the Little Joeys in the first few weeks, but it was harder to get poop cleaned off of it because it was in a C shape, and when you wash it, it's still in that C shape, and so you can't get the middle of it agitated, and sometimes poop stays in there, and it does take a long time to dry. But I mean, for ease of use, I will say the Little Joeys were pretty great in the hospital because they can fit really tiny babies. How will the nurses react? Again, this is kind of subjective to nurses. I mean, we can't expect everybody to have the same reactions. When I was in the hospital, the nurses reacted really great to it. They thought it was really cute, and with cloth diapering on the rise, it's becoming way more modernized. I think that more and more hospitals will see that people are using these. They were really friendly, they loved the prints, they thought they were cute, and they thought the ease of it was so cool because everybody there thought cloth diapers were, you know, what your great grandma used. They thought they were plastic pants and terry cloth and pins, and it was just refreshing and almost like extremely exciting for them to see that that's not what it was. And one of the nurses even said that she was going to go home and do research about the cloth diapers after we left. So I thought that was pretty cool, kind of inspiring people to look into it. Even if she doesn't do it, I think it's pretty cool because maybe she can also pass the message on to other people. How do you handle unsupportive nurses or unsupportive hospital staff? Oh, hey you, what you gonna do? That's a really excellent question. And I think cloth diapers shouldn't be any different than, you know, wanting to give your child a shot or not, or wanting to give your child that eye goop. I don't know what it's called. You have, or, you know, getting your child circumcised or not. It's your choice as a parent what you want done to your child. If you want to bring clothes from home, which I do suggest if you're going to have a baby in the hospital, it's the same thing as bringing cloth diapers from home. You have a say in what's done with your child. And if a nurse or the hospital staff don't like your cloth diapers, you can just say, hey, look, I'm going to change all of my baby's diapers just like I'm going to feed my baby all the time, or, you know, I'm going to dress my baby, or, you know, whatever it is that you're doing in the hospital. It is your say. You're the parent. So stick with that. Nobody in the hospital can push you, or they're not going to make you leave because you're using cloth diapers. I mean, I haven't really heard any negative anything. I haven't really seen many videos on YouTube about it, but I haven't heard anything negative from moms of the staff saying, you know, like, hey, you gotta leave, or hey, you can't use these, you have to use disposables, or anything like that. You know, it's your child, so you get to say, you know, what happens to your child. And if you want to use cloth diapers, you can. I do want to throw this in here, though. Don't feel pressured to cloth diaper 100% of the time. Most of the time, hospitals do give free diapers while you're there. It's part of, you know, what your insurance pays for. So don't feel pressured to cloth diaper 100% of the time. Even if you want to try out one cloth diaper, I think that's pretty cool. In my opinion, I think that is pretty cool. I know a lot of parents have like been on the board where they either got a 100% cloth diaper or 100% disposable diaper while in the hospital, and personally, I don't think it has to be that complicated. It doesn't have to be textbook, whatever. It's whatever you want to make it. So if you want to try out one cloth diaper while you're in the hospital just to, you know, kind of see what it's like, then do that. Or if you want to do all cloth diapers, that's awesome too. Storing dirty diapers. So, where are you going to store these dirty diapers? I don't know what it's called, but that bin, I don't know what it's called, that baby sleeps in while they're in the hospital. It has a bunch of drawers to it, and it's what the nurses wheel the baby around in. That had a few different handles on the front and back, and even on the side had like this side wooden railing at my hospital, I would take a large hanging wet bag, and the handle on it could snap off, so you could snap it onto things. I just took that and I snapped it right on to that little bassinet, I guess, that bassinet thing, and everybody knew where the diapers went. And I thought that was just a really easy way to store the diapers. The nurses knew exactly where the diapers went, and they preferred that. I was really afraid that they were going to throw diapers away. And every time I talked to them, I'm like, please don't throw any of these diapers away. So I made sure that everybody knew where the diapers went. Since they're reusable, they go in a reusable bag, and we will just wash it when we get home, and it's as simple as that. And then packing diapers. How do you even pack the diapers for when you get to the hospital? What I did, I just put them in their own little duffel bag. Like I said, I packed twice as many diapers as I actually needed, so I didn't need to pack over 40 diapers. But yeah, I don't see any problem with, you know, sticking them maybe in a reusable grocery bag. We have some cloth grocery bags. You can stick them in there. You can stick them in your duffel bag, depending on how much you're packing. They could probably all fit in there. Or you can bring your own baby's bag or a little backpack. There are a bunch of ways to store it. It doesn't really have to be complicated. Heck, you can even grab a few grocery bags and just put them in that way. I think it's as complicated as you want it to be. I preferred them just in a bigger bag, just so they wouldn't get lost or get dumped out somewhere, or maybe if it was raining, maybe they wouldn't get wet. But yeah, I think that's just a really simple solution. Just stick them in a bag like you would with anything else that you're packing, and you're good to go. If you guys have any questions about newborn cloth diapering in the hospital, or just newborn cloth diapering period, leave them down below. I probably will be making more videos in the summer once I have another baby here about newborn cloth diapering. Maybe I'll try to get a little more in depth with my experience at the hospital. I'd prefer not a hospital birth this time around, but I just don't think that's gonna happen. So yeah, maybe even the nurses, one of the nurses, will give their opinion about cloth diapers. I think that would be pretty cool, but we'll see. That's in the future, and I can't predict that. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, and if it was helpful, give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. I will see you guys next time.